Subscribe, please.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's your favorite Gimple the Limp, and I am here with just a quick video that I want to put out for the Xwing players, the few that actually watch my channel, because I'm not putting up that many Xwing videos. But this is a warning video. I hope it kind of goes viral like one of my other Xwing videos did, because people need to see this. They need to understand this. This is a warning, just to beware. Don't order from this company. And I don't think I've ever put out a video like this, just saying flat out, don't order from these people. But I've got to put it out until some things change around. And the company is Magic Works Games. They're based out of Italy. And so far, they have just been atrocious. They ran a Kickstarter for these templates, and their Kickstarter stretch goals, as always, of dice and a little marker and some range rulers, of which you guys can see there are only 2 range rulers here. There's supposed to be 3. There's supposed to be a range 1, a range 2, and a range 3. And while the ruler themselves, I mean, they're rather nice. They're nice and thick and all that good stuff. I don't have any problem with it. There's only 2. There's supposed to be 3. I don't have the range 1, and I'm not the only one who didn't get range 1. From the comment section, I could see more than just me didn't get it. Some friends of mine in the area, because I told people about this back when it was kickstarting, had also ordered it, and some of them didn't get it as well. Some of them are still waiting on their Kickstarter to arrive. And the biggest problem with this company has to be the fact that there is no communication. From what I understand, their original printers, like, they got delayed because they decided to update the templates to the 2.0 version of the game, which is great. You know, I was fine with that. I was okay with it being pushed back a few months because of the change. Now, you guys can see there's a little tray that magnetizes on top, and then there's the templates themselves, which seem to be, you know, pretty well. I don't have any problems with them themselves. It's not necessarily the product itself. For this, it literally comes down to the fact that you do not know if you're going to get A, everything that you ordered, and B, what you ordered, period. All right. So many people are still waiting on their actual backings to arrive, but the company is already now advertising to take more orders for items. Like, one of the add-ons that you could get for this was tokens. You could get Focus and Evade and all the other usual Xwing tokens, and they're advertising these on their Facebook page for sale when most people haven't even got their stuff. Like, the last numbers I had, I think it's something like a third at least of the backers have not received their stuff, or it's lost in transit. Like I said, some of my local friends, they've been back and forth. Supposedly, one of them's having stuff reshipped to him because his first set never arrived. They're not sending tracking numbers. Some people are getting notifications in the email from a shipping company with a tracking number. And then some people aren't hearing anything at all until it actually arrives, or it never arrives. So it seems like instead of using one shipper to take and handle all of their shipping, they're using a bunch of different smaller shippers depending on, I guess, where they're able to get the best price. And then depending on what the shipping charge, because, you know, we already paid our shipping charge, right? We paid what they said we had to pay for shipping, but they're skimping out on some of them, and evidently they're not getting insurance or confirmation. You know, since this is being shipped internationally most of the time, they're not getting the tracking number from the shipping company because they're not paying the shipping company enough to guarantee it and give a shipping number, I believe. I think you have to pay so much or pick first class if you use U.S. mail. I'm not wholly 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's along those lines that you have to, you know, pick whatever class to get a tracking number, and they're not selecting that. So they're not able to give it to some of their customers. Then they had the issue where they were taking and going to some convention where they were selling stuff, and the backers got pissed off about that because they're like, wait, you guys are taking another 2 or 3 weeks off from handling your shipping to take and go to a convention where you're selling the stuff that we're still waiting on your backers that, you know, brought this to light in the first place. So it's just been one big mess after another. And I know Xwing players are real big on third-party stuff. No one wants to use the cardboard. Not that the cardboard's bad or anything, but it's nice to have a nice premium set of templates that you can put out, and the other guys are like, ooh, you know, that's pretty nice. But yeah, it's not going along those lines. Oh, one of my buddies, his set of dice that he received as well were not painted. So you guys can see the attack dice there are red and, you know, have, you know, different symbols on them, whatever. But he did not have his actually come painted. Few of them were missing the hit markers and stuff, and some of them had more than one crit marker. And because I do, you know, modeling some of the miniatures, I had the equipment around to actually take and fix his dice, so I was able to paint them up and make them look nice. But that's just like a quality assurance thing that's just incredibly lacking. I don't know if it's because they switched printers. I don't know if it's because of whatever issues they had. And my thing is, I'll give a company slack if something happens. You know, if a printer messes up and then they cut out on you, whatever. Okay, shit happens. No problem. Work with us. Just give us some type of communication. That is my biggest fault with this company, is they do not at all let their customers know what's going on. Okay? I can deal with anything. I can deal with a delay. That's fine. Stuff's going to happen. It's business. You know, there's no big deal about it. My biggest problem will come down to a company that does not let their customers know what's going on. And all the comments are like, where's my tracking number? What's going on? Where's my stuff? You know, are you guys going to refund us if it just doesn't arrive? You know, what's the deal? And so many people waiting on it, so few messages, and they could have done just a mass update and say, hey, if you have not got a shipping notification at this point, then yours was one of the ones that was messed up by the printer and we're having to, you know, change this around, go into a new printer. You can expect it around this time. It could have been a mass update to say that. The updates didn't say that. They have our email addresses. They easily could see which people have not had their stuff shipped to them. They have our email addresses. They could have emailed us privately, you know, just added down all the email addresses. There are so many options they could have done to let their customers know what was going on with the situation, and they just didn't. That's my biggest thing. They did not communicate with any of their customers. Some people, like I said, have stuff that just randomly showed up. Some people have stuff that hasn't showed up. Some people have stuff that shows up incomplete. Some people have stuff that shows up damaged. And they have not been able to get a response from the company whatsoever about their missing products and how they're supposed to rectify this situation. I know a guy who also, like I said, is missing the range 1 rulers, which I found out that I'm missing it as well. And his was supposed to be sent with a friend of his when his stuff arrived, and then his stuff still hasn't arrived. So it's just been this one big mess. Magic Works Games, like I said, I hate doing this. I hate putting out a video saying to avoid this company. It's hateful, you know, but I can't let you guys take and walk into this situation, because you're going to see it's a nice tray. I'm not hating on the tray. I think the image itself could be a little crisper. I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera whether or not how, like, when you're looking at it, it's got a little grainy resolution texture to it, which in the Kickstarter, when you were looking on screen, it looks so crisp and sharp. I don't know if it's showing through here or not, if you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. That's kind of got a grainy texture to it. It's just not as crisp and higher resolution a print as I thought, but it still looks nice, so I'm happy with it. I would have liked to have gotten everything that I ordered, but I'm not even going to worry about dealing with the company. I've got other range rulers that I can use, and it's just so much of a hassle, and I would have to message them and hope that they message me back in a month to take and get what I'm owed. So I'm not even going to sweat it at this point. I'm just going to put it out there to you guys. Avoid this company. Buyer beware. If you order something from them, it's a hit or miss on whether or not it's going to arrive. I'll tell you, if you want tokens, if you want templates, if you want range rulers, if you want any of that stuff, go to Curl Parl Creatives. Those guys respond instantly if you got a question. Their stuff is shipped out quickly. You get tracking numbers. You know when it's going to arrive. They do an awesome job. Magic Work Games? No. They do not and you guys need to know that. All right, that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.